Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to my November favorites. So a little bit of a background situation change here that I'll just briefly shout out. I actually switched offices with my husband because I just needed a lot more space to work with because I have a lot of stuff. The filming lights take up a lot of space and I like to have like a filming station separate from where like I get ready. So my vanity and everything is actually over there. So I switched rooms with him and I love it, but just a little heads up, I am just getting used to the lighting and the setup. So if something is off as far as lighting goes or something, I will definitely be correcting that as I continue to film videos. So please bear with me, and I think I will be doing an updated like room tour so you guys can see the setup and everything. So you guys love watching those. I love watching those. So I will do that hopefully sooner than later. And then I also wanted to point out my Christmas trees because I think I'll get some questions on them. So wait, where are we? Woo! This bigger one, it's actually, I think it's 3 feet. And that one is from Menards and it was only, I think, $12, $11.99. And then the little cute one is from Target and that's $8. And then the tree skirts and the ornaments for both of them are all from Target. If you're curious, the trees are not pre-lit. So on this one I have like these little LED, like tiny little lights that I got at Target as well. And it's battery operated. And then this one, I have just regular like mini Christmas lights on there. So I just love them. They're so fun. And yes, I have 2 trees, which is probably a little excessive. You guys are lucky that I didn't put up my third one because I do have a third like green tree that's about like this tall. I really wanted to put that one up as well, but I thought 2 was good. So I couldn't decide like which one I liked better. They're both so cute and I just think it looks cute in the background. And then if you're curious, I just have like some Muji drawers right there with some of my lippies in them. So that's my background as of right now. And before we get into my favorites, I just wanted to quickly shout out my hair because I know I'll probably get a few questions. I did change my hair. I'm just trying to rule out any questions you guys might ask. So I got my hair done yesterday. And basically all I did was I got the roots darkened quite a bit, and then he basically just painted on some blonde like balayage, like freehand paint, and then he toned them so they're not as yellow, or yeah, as yellow blonde. So that's all I did. I'm still wearing my Fantasy Hair chestnut extensions. I have the 20 inches in today, so it still blends really well, although it is overall like my natural hair. You can see that some pieces are lighter. It is just a little bit lighter and I love it. And last but not least, for my hair, I have some feathers. My stylist and I are trying to bring back the feather trend that was like all the rage a few years ago, and I loved it. I think it's so fun. Like, I love switching them out. I have 4 colors in right now, and I like the grizzly ones, the ones like with the little what are they, like stripes, I suppose. All right, enough chirping. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with my favorites. So first up, I have two cleansing type products that I use at nighttime, and the first one is a newer discovery and I really love this. This is the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. It says all-in-one, removes makeup, even waterproof mascara, cleanses and refreshes, no rinse, no harsh rubbing, face, lips and eyes, and it says sensitive skin. This stuff is pretty much no joke. It really does break down everything. Like, even, I guess I don't wear waterproof mascara, but sometimes I wear like long wear waterproof eyeliner and it really takes that off really easily. And I just put a little bit on like a cotton square or whatever and then just wipe off my face. I actually have not been using my Kirkland's facial towelettes because I've been using this instead. I just find it's more soothing. Sometimes those can not really like sting my skin, but irritate my skin just a little bit. I don't have like extremely sensitive skin, but I think I have like a little bit sensitive skin. I just find this is much more soothing. However, it does leave a greasy residue, and I do go in with a cleanser, which I'll talk about next here, to take off any extra residue. And I always wash my face like in the sink, like scrub a dub, like rub it, you know what I mean, in the sink after I do like a facial towelette cleanser or something like this. I always just go in just to make sure everything is gone. So I'm just kind of a germaphobe. I'm not a germaphobe, but I just want to make sure I'm all clean before I go to bed. I got this one at Walgreens, and I think they also had like a regular one that wasn't for waterproof, so maybe that one is less greasy. So yeah, if you don't like greasy residue, it's not like the worst. If you don't like greasy residue, you might not like this, but I actually love it. And then the cleanser that I go in with after that is by Murad, and it is the Refreshing Cleanser. And this stuff is amazing. It says thoroughly cleanses skin and surface impurities and makeup without over drying, which is so true. Gentle formula soothes skin while infusing nourishing hydration. This is a perfect cleanser for dry skin, people. It really does do everything that it's supposed to do, that it says right there, but it doesn't dry the skin. And it does break down all extra, whatever's left over, like from cleansing my face with this, it takes off anything else. It really does a great job of breaking down foundation. I have a hard time finding a cleanser that doesn't dry out my skin too much, that I like the formula, I like the formula, and actually breaks down makeup and dirt and grime and just yucky stuff. So this does amazing. And the formula of it is kind of, it's between, like, it leaves your face feeling between like squeaky clean and then like a really milky type situation. So it's kind of like a hybrid of that, which is such a nice formula because it, like I said, it gets all the crap off your face, but it doesn't dry it. So it's very, very satisfying on dry skin. And it's almost like a milky soap. So it's not too dry. I've already told you guys. So that is the Murad Refreshing Cleanser. It's by the Age Reform line. And I love that. I use that every night to wash off my makeup. And then next I have two foundations that I've been just basically using back and forth all November long. And one of them is more of a full coverage that I like using or wearing more so like when I'm filming or when I just want to have more full coverage. And it's the Cover FX Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation. I have mine in the shade G10, which is Golden 10, which is the lightest shade they have. This is more of a really thick full coverage foundation, although I find that when you use it with a damp sponge or like a beauty blender, it does kind of shear it out to be like moderately full coverage, not like wham bam boom, but it's very wearable. It's not really hard to blend out, although it is very thick and not runny like whatsoever, and just a really great full coverage foundation. I find it to be satisfying again on my dry skin. It is winter here and it's been snowing like crazy, and this I can go out and my face doesn't feel tight or cracked, which does happen. Dry skin in cold weather is no good, but this is a really great fuller coverage. And then the one that I've been wearing more so for like more, I don't know, daytime, or just more of a natural, like let my skin peek through. You can see a little bit of my freckles and all that stuff. I have the NARS Sheer Glow, which is an all-time favorite. It's just so beautiful, such a beautiful finish. I would say it's not like dewy or anything like that. It's almost like a demi-satiny finish. Like it's definitely not flat matte, but it's not dewy. So I think even if you have anything except for really oily skin, I think you would like this. And it is sheer to medium buildable coverage, and I usually build it up to be about medium coverage. It's just such a beautiful foundation. Definitely a go-to for me. And then I had two primers that I had wanted to share with you guys in this video, but I actually knocked it down to just one, which is the Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It says treats, blurs, and protects. And the other one that I was going to talk to you about, but I decided that I actually just like this one a lot better. It was the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. And this one is like a little bit more. I think this one is, what is it, like 60 or something? And then the other one I think is maybe around 35 or 40. So this one is a little bit more, but this one's skincare and SPF all in one. And it just does a similar job to the Makeup Forever one as far as like smoothing, but this does like a little bit more. This is a little better, a little bit more bang for your buck, although it does cost, you know, a little bit more. And you get a lot of product. I feel like you get 1 ounce. It doesn't need to be plural, 1 ounce, but you only need 1 pump for your whole face, and it goes a really long way. It just it really does like fill in any fine lines or goes over any dry patches, and just like fine lines are like that. It kind of fills that little crevice in and makes the surface flat so your foundation can go over it just that much more better. And I just love it. I love getting the SPF inside, and obviously you guys know I love Murad. It's great skincare because it is a treatment. And it does softly blur, doesn't have pigment or anything. It is more of a kind of a dimethicone silicone type filling, but very, I don't know, it's just really great. I definitely recommend going to Sephora. I think they have this at Ulta as well, but getting a sample of it samples are easier to get at Sephora, I've come to realize. So get a sample of it and try it out. It's definitely an investment, but a really good one. Another base complexion type product that I've been loving is the MAC Mineralized Charged Water. It says Skin Hydrating Mist. And this one, I'm honestly not sure about the main difference between this and the Fix Plus, which is very popular. You guys all know about it. But I've been spraying this on my face. Well, obviously I spray it on my face when I feel like I have too much powder, and so it just like tones down the powdery look. But I actually spray this on my face after I prime. So I'll go in with a primer first, and then I'll spritz this before I go in with my foundation. And it just gives my skin that much more of a moisturize or hydration boost and kick. And I just find that it's such a difference. Like, I don't think it'd be that much of a difference, but it truly is a difference when I forget to do this versus when I do. My skin just looks better. It looks less dried and cracked. It just looks more supple and more plump, and the foundation just goes on much more beautifully. So I feel like I like this one better for that. It doesn't really matter as far as setting the face, or I know the Fix Plus is not supposed to set the face, you know what I'm saying? But it does take down the powdery look, but I feel like I like this one a little bit more. And there's my dog barking, so hopefully I have a package. My next favorite is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light, which is like it's almost like a cool tone white. And you guys know that these are very, very sheer, so it's not gonna be like super pigmented or anything like that. I've been setting my whole face with this. I mean, I guess I use a separate under eye setting, but this has just been a really nice, obviously just setting powder. It doesn't add pigment or anything like that. I just find it's really beautiful on the skin, just kind of softens the face, and it's really great for pale skin. Even though it is translucent, you know, you can probably get away with using this up to medium skin, but other than that, it might look a little chalky, I would guess. But I really like this one. This one is probably my second favorite next to the really pale yellow one. That's probably my main favorite because of my yellow undertone, but I really love this one as well. I feel like my favorites are kind of boring. They're kind of like complexion type products, but when you live somewhere like I do, I live in South Dakota, and we've gotten a ton of snow, and it's just been really cold and pretty darn cold. It's all about the complexion, because your makeup doesn't matter how amazing your eyeshadow looks or whatever if your skin looks like crap. So that's what I've been trying to focus on this past month, is just getting my skin, you know, looking the best, and these are the products that do that. Another Hourglass product is the blush favorite that I can't stop wearing. It's the Ambient Lighting Blush in Dim Infusion, which is this corally, this really soft corally, almost like sherbet color. Creamsicle. Is sherbet just one color? I'm thinking of rainbow sherbet. Let's go ahead and talk about orange sherbet. And it's mixed with the dim powder, which is is it dim? The yellow one? Is that what it is? I always get dim and diffuse mixed up. I could be mistaken. This is such a beautiful, such just enhancing, flattering blush. I'm actually wearing it today. I mean, I did really pack it on, I'm not gonna lie. But this is one that actually looks non-clown-like in person, which you guys all know. Like, pigmented blushes are great, but if they're too pigmented, you have to work super hard to get them so they're not clown-like, you know what I'm saying? But this one is just so beautiful. It's just easy to blend out. It's so soft. And if you have fair skin, I think this blush is gonna be like your best friend. It's just, oh, so beautiful. And that blush color goes with pretty much any look, whether you're doing like a darker look like I have on today. For me, this is like a dark look, nude lip, bold lip. It just goes with everything. And then I have a combination of a highlight with a brush. So this highlight has been my go-to, obviously. It's the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Moonstone. Moonstone is my favorite, I think, out of these. I do, you know, I like them all, but I feel like this one just looks the best on my skin tone. It is more of like a white, yellowy gold color, and you guys all know these are like highly on fleek, absolutely highly on fleek, and just so beautiful. I just love packing the crap out of that on my cheekbones and down my nose. More so packing it on my cheekbones. And I love using this like as a highlight, brow bone highlight, and then an inner corner highlight. It's just so good. I told you guys last month that I have like my everyday makeup drawer, and I've been trying to switch out products in there like every month and really like just get my hands super dirty. Not literally, but you know, just use those same products repetitively over and over. And that's what I've been doing. So that's why my products, I feel like, are kind of boring, but it's just what I've been loving. But the brush that I love to go with this, or to go with any product, any highlight, but especially for the, what are these called? Oops, I don't want to do that. I'll crack it. These products, the Shimmering Skin Perfectors by Becca. I have the Morphe M501 brush. Looks like that. It just seriously is the perfect shape and size for just highlighting that cheekbone. Like just packing on the highlight. It's just easy, effortless, and you're done. Not the softest brush, like it is a little bit kind of pokey, but it still works fine. Sometimes a soft brush is, you know, obviously great, but doesn't necessarily mean the application is gonna be amazing. All right, guys, so those are my November favorites. I hope you guys all had a great month, and if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. You were able to spend it doing what you like to do, whether it's hanging out with family and friends or shopping. I hope you had a good one regardless. And please continue to leave your video requests down below because I need ideas of what to film. Like I said, I probably will be filming my room tour, my new room tour shortly. And then obviously I'm going to be doing my weekly favorites. So I didn't do weekly favorites this week because I decided to do my monthly favorites instead. You guys know the drill. Let me know what you've been loving this past month in the comments below. Let me know if we share any of the same favorites, or if you're going to check out any of the products that I talked about today, because that's what it's all about, is sharing and recommending stuff that we can both try. You know, it's a two-way street. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.